Afternoon everyone, Haynes outdoors again, where I like to be. Friday afternoon, about 1 o'clock, no it's probably not even that, it's probably about 12:30. Me and Fluffles back on Ivy, here till at least Sunday, may even be Monday. And back in gates again, and apparently I've just been told that the fish are still where they were last week, they're still showing in the snags. So same as last week, let's hope this time we can be lucky and get one. So I've just got here, lake's looking calm, see the lake behind me, there we go, look, there's my swim. Lake's looking calm. I'll be out round that corner again in them bushes and see if we can have anything this week. So I'll speak to you later when I'm all set up and I'm ready to go. I'll speak to you then. Hello everyone. Well, I'm just going to take you for a little wander around the tree. I'll just turn the camera around and I'll show you where I'm going. Well, you watch me drop my phone here. If I do, it'll be funny. Make sure I don't trip. Right, I think I showed you this last week, but I can't remember if I did or not. So, just in case I didn't, obviously, that's the bush there where they're showing, where they keep showing. They're all under there, and then back right in back. These snags go right back all along here, from here, all the way up round there. They go right up, and there's a bar out there somewhere, out to the right in there, and there's another bar right out there, and they come in here, and they stay all in these snags. So I'm putting my bait just up past that bush. I'm going to put them up past it on the left, just out to the front of it and just out past it there. So that's my plan for the weekend. Unless I see anything moving or changing or bubbling nearer, that's where I'm going. So anyway, let's get this done. I'll speak to you in a bit. Just a quick one, right? I don't know what's happening with the boats this afternoon. It's going to be lovely and sunny this evening. It wouldn't surprise me if someone comes out and goes on the boats, but because I'm fishing right in the snags and right round that side, normally it's not a hindrance, but we'll see what happens. So I'm using naked choddies. It's a little bit silty over there. Obviously I'm fishing right near the snags, it gets a little bit silty. It's not too bad, it's quite clear. There's a little bit of silkweed, but because of the lake being dry, there's hardly anything. It's only a few inches, so it's irrelevant really. But yeah, so I'm going with naked choddies to whack 2 of them out. They don't stand very high. They're not like ridiculous. They're only like 1.5 to 2 inch tops. So put them out and then play it by ear to see what happens if anyone comes out later to go out on the boats. So let's get these put out. Hopefully I don't get any frap ups. I'm using braid, it'll be a pain in the bum, but let's see what happens. Get me back leads. Right, so that's me putting one of them out. I'll just get these other ones sorted out and get things ready, and I'll speak to you a bit later. Hopefully this weekend we'll have a fish. Afternoon everyone, it's 10 to 4 and I'm all set. The rods are out, obviously they've been out for a while. Bivvy's all set up, bits all set up, just made a coffee, so now it's the case of waiting. Hopefully tonight something will happen. Sun's out, I'm going to whack a zig out tonight, nice one of my big zigs. I'm going to whack one of them out tonight, as well as my naked choddies I've got out. So I'll have my naked choddies out and I'm going to whack a zig out on my third rod. So hopefully at some point over the weekend we'll have some fish. There's been a couple of fish caught during the week here, some nice fish seen, so it's happy days. Fingers crossed we'll have a good productive weekend. If not, it's lovely weather and you can't beat it, can you? So happy days. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Evening everyone, it's like 7:20. Rod's set for the evening, no one's going to be coming and boating now, and I've put my third rod out, I've put my zig out, put it out about 20 wraps. There's fish moving about out there, you can see them V'ing on the surface, moving around. I've put one of my big zigs out, put it out at 3 foot, it's 4 to 5 foot out there, so I've put it out at 3 foot. And I'll leave it out all night. Who knows, got a chance. So just playing the waiting game for the evening now. Rods will be in early here in the morning. I'll have to leave at 8 to go and meet Dill, pick Dill up and go round to pick Dill up, go meet him down the road, 20 miles or so down the road. Gonna head to a fishing shop on the way back, just grab a few bits, let Dill have a look round, and then we'll head to Triangle for the day. See what we can do around there. See what we can have out. They've finally closed the gap off. That was done in the week from our end, so no more fish can go between the two. So catch anything nice in there, it might be coming home, but we'll see what happens in here. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you in the night, set some lights up and see you in the night with the fish. Hopefully before that it's still a bit of daylight, they're moving about out there. I know all my rigs are presented, 2 on the naked chods, so they're definitely presented no matter where they are. And the zig. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, morning everyone. So it's 8 o'clock. I've come off of the syndicate because I'm picking the boy up, picking Dill up, and then we're jumping on the Triangle for the day. So I'll do a separate little video for Triangle, I expect, see how that goes, and then I'll be back on the syndicate later. So on this video I will speak to you when I am back on the syndicate later. Speak to you then. Morning everyone. So I'm on Triangle, swim 1. As you can see in the background over there, you see the fence there between the gap, there's a fence put in there. The other side of that, that's ivy. So do a day on here. I haven't seen anything yet. I've got a couple of naked choddies out. We'll see what happens. Might get a fish. If not, don't matter. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. Been here about an hour now. I've just repositioned one of my rods, put it further to the end of the bush. I wanted to put it out. So still nothing yet. But just looking down here on the bank, and something's been hungry. Look at these. Look at these big scales. Look, loads of them. Look, all these scales. Something's been eaten. There's no waters here, so could have been a fox, dead carp, pulled out. That's a nice size mirror scale, that one, look at that. So unfortunately there's a fish missing, but you know, circle of life. Anyway, hopefully I'll be able to bring you back soon. Speak to you in a bit. This is the little crayfish that are in the Chichester Lakeside Water Complex. This is a small one, and this is the claw of an adult one, so you can size it up. That's what we're dealing with here. Hello everyone, right, it's like 2:30, nothing's happened, so I'm going to pack up now, slowly pack up and head back round to Ivy and continue with the other video around there. So little short one. I might come back for the day tomorrow, go over on the causeway. So I'll speak to you soon. Haynes out. Evening everyone, evening. Right, it's 6:30, back on the syndicate, and rods are out. Got one out by the tree where they're showing. I've got one out long by boat on the out on the bar, and I've got a zig put out again, about 20 wraps like it was yesterday. So that's me set for now. Hopefully one of them goes off. Hopefully they all go off, but I'll be happy with one, and I'll be able to show you a fish. So I've been having well, I've had 2 bites so far this year, and I've lost them both. So I'm due one. Like I say, I'm waiting. I don't mind losing them. I don't mind not having one yet, as long as when I get one, it's a big one. So you watch, I'll go and catch a bloody £10 bat now. But then again, I don't mind. It'd be nice to get a fish. But with any luck, something will go, and I'll be able to bring you back with a fish at some point. So speak to you in a bit, hopefully. Evening everyone, 11:15, Saturday night. Had a couple of beeps on the rod. It's over nearer the snags, but I'm more confident on the long rod on the bar. If anyone's going to go tonight, I reckon it'd be that one. Funny bite times here. Them long rods normally go between sort of 1 and 3. So 11:15. Hopefully at some point in the night it'll go, and I can get some sort of shots with it with the lights. If it goes early hours, nearing daybreak, I'll sack it up. I'll put it in a retainer, and I'll leave it till daybreak. Well, I'm not going to do it for long, like an hour tops. It's deep enough here, it goes out deep, so it's not an issue, but there's no weed sucking the oxygen out of the water either because of the dye, so you know, it's not an issue, but I won't leave it too long. So hopefully we'll have a bit of joy and we can get a nice fish. So hopefully speak to you in the night. If not, get tired, I'll speak to you in the morning. See you then. Morning everyone, 7:20. Just putting the kettle on. Still no fish. So surprised. Don't know how the lads over on the island got on last night, but well, I was having beeps on my zig rod again in the night, and I was woke up, and about 4 o'clock in the morning there was like a bloody dolphin show out there. They were boshing everywhere around here, like some of the most that I've seen and heard, because obviously I'm not normally awake at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was obviously, it's a clear night and it was still, and 4 o'clock in the morning, God, they were bosh everywhere. It's nothing. Certainly gonna have to think about having a change. I've tried different baits. Don't know, it's perplexing me a little bit. So I have to have a think about it, that's for sure. Anyway, make this coffee, decide what I'm going to do for the day. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to stay here, go back round to Triangle, or go jump on Nunnery. I might just walk around the corner here, jump on Nunnery. There's some beautiful black fish in there. Absolutely dark, like ink black mirrors and commons in there. But it's the snaggiest lake you've ever seen. But I can walk around there, just barrow up and walk around there from here. It's literally, you know, 5 yards around, 10 yards, just out the gate round the corner, and the lake's on the right there. So I might do that. Anyway, I'll let you know, but at the minute I'm just going to have this coffee and decide what I'm going to do. So I'll speak to you later. Angry swan, get him! Swan fight, get out of my lake. Gotta have an angry swan when you're trying to fish. Hello everyone, right, it's 9 o'clock. Still no boats out, which is good. There's someone here, but I don't know if they'll be going out for a while. I've just repositioned my zig. I was just out there and I've seen some fish, and the fish are backing out. And so I've just brought my zig in, I've just repositioned it, and I've, you know what I mean, obviously you can't tell exactly, but it looked like where I landed the zig looked like it would have hit the fish on the bloody head if it was still there. So I'm in the vicinity of where they're moving about, so you never know your luck. I'll leave it out as long as I can before someone comes and starts going out in the boat. So I definitely think I'm going to go around the corner today and jump on the lake that's called Nunnery, just around the corner here. So we'll see what happens. We'll have some breakfast. I'll speak to you in a bit. Morning everyone, not sure what the time is, 11 o'clock or something. I've come round to the lake next door. There's Ivy there, that's Ivy. Now this lake here, this lake is Nunnery. I've only got one rod out because I've just cast and lost the bloody lead. I caught the edge of a bush, and where I've got my dropped leads, as I only just pulled it, and as I wound it in, I got my rig and everything back, that's all there, but obviously dropped the lead. So I forgot to bring my other leads with me. I've got one right under that edge there, and the fish are in there. That's where they are. It's that orange thing in the tree. I walked around this lake 4 times earlier and I found them in the snags, and then I put that orange thing in the tree so I could see it from the other side. So I could see exactly where I was. So I've just pinged one out there underneath. I'm hoping there's not too many snags underneath, otherwise I'm in the snags underneath, but I'm all right. I reeled in a little bit and it moved, so I'm hoping I'm not on anything under there. But yeah, so sit here for a few hours and see if anything happens. I've pinged a few boilies over there. You know, we can only try, can't we? I can't fish when I'm sat around there, so I saw a beautiful big common over there. There's one there in the middle now on the top, look. See it swimming? See it? Topping out over there. Hey, I might put my other one out and just let it float on the pop-up on the surface. Right, in a bit. Hello everyone. Right, there's fish up on the surface here, but not allowed to use surface baits, which is annoying. There's a group of 4 or 5 fish up on the surface. They don't look all that big, but you know, good doubles. But anyway, I've got one just off a patch of grass here where there's some carp showing. I've thrown a few handful of boilies out. It's only 10, 15 yards out. There was all fished around there on the surface, and then you can see them cruising about. And then the other one I've got out over that spot that I showed you earlier, up under that tree. So fingers crossed, I might nick a bite on here. Be here for a couple of hours. Anyway, hopefully speak to you in a bit. Bloody fish have been teasing me. Cruising around on the surface here, literally 1 yard out. 1 yard coming under my rod tips. Right up in under. I was getting liners where my line's entering the water on my right hand rod, and it's literally not even 2 yards out. Crazy. They're just all up in the water. No chance of them putting their heads down in here. Should go back round to the other one soon. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. Don't know if you can see them. Put my glasses over the lens. One of them just come right under my rod tips here again. See where the bubbling is here? One's just come in right in here. See if it does it again. Crazy. It's coming in right in that close. Right in here. See where the bubbling is there, the fizzing up? Where the carp are coming right in. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can see. Try and get one on camera, but so it's hard to do. They're all out there swimming around again. Wish they'd get their heads down on the bait. That was a nice comment that was, that come through then. It made all them big bubbles a minute ago. Very good double, could easily have been a 20, mid-20. It's very hard to tell when they're in the water, but they look big. Still movement bubbling about out there. Shame them blim things don't go off. I'll try and get one on camera if I can in a bit. Evening everyone, it's 7:45, Sunday night. No joy or nunnery earlier, they were just taking the mickey out of me as I showed you. They was like swimming right under my rod tips. They were all up on the surface, and you're not allowed to surface fish there, so I didn't really have a chance. They weren't putting their heads down, and the fish that were in the snags weren't coming out. So back on the YV, slight change up this time. I found a spot, it's not too far out, there's fish showing all down this end again, and I found a spot and I've spotted some bait out on it this time, about 10 spods out on it. I don't normally do that. The fish are showing now, I can see them, they're out there showing, but them ones are a bit further out. But there was one showed in close earlier as well, backed right out, tail out, back out. So I've put my zig out and I've put 2 pop-ups out. I've put my bait over where the pop-ups are, a little area. I've put both of them over there at the same distance, spotted some spot out. And I'll put my zig out in the other direction where I saw fish show. So fingers crossed something will happen. It can't be long. They've got to start feeding soon. The lads over on the island, they had fish all round them, loads of fish. They could see everywhere, all in the snags round there, all in the other, and they had nothing either. It's just, they've got to start feeding soon. They've got to. For some reason, all the lakes in this area are just so far behind all the other lakes. They're just not turning on. It's got to happen soon, so hopefully it's tonight. So fingers crossed I'll be able to bring you back at some point later with a fish. If not, I'll speak to you in a bit. Evening everyone, it's about 9 o'clock. I don't know how much of it you can see me. I just thought I'd come out because it's lovely, and still fish showing. I've just had a savage liner on one of my my right hand rod, so fingers crossed it's still in the area and it comes back and has another go. Just going to show you the water. Don't think you can see it behind me how calm it is. Look, it's like an absolute mirror. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful, lovely. Anyway, just thought I'd check in before night, and with any luck we'll have a fish tonight, and I'll be able to get some lights on. So speak to you all soon. Morning everyone, 7 o'clock Monday morning. Same as usual, no fish. Liners again all night. I'm just come to the conclusion now that they don't want pop-ups in here, they don't want chollies in here. I'm gonna have to go bottom baits from now on, critically balanced bottom baits. Hey bad. I know they've been caught on here. One of the other lads has been catching them on here on Ronnie rigs, but I've tried stiff hinge rigs and I've tried naked choddy rigs. The weeds started to come up a little bit, not a lot, but nothing. So it looks like it's going to be hard spots and bottom baits from now on, critically balanced or bottom baits. Going to have to be the way forward. They don't seem to want to take the choddies. I've caught them in here before on choddies. Like when I was on here before, years ago, I was catching them on choddies, but it was a lot weedier then. That was before it was dyed and it was weedy, really weedy. I used to catch them then, but not now. Now the weed's low and it's got to be so next time it's going to be bottom baits, critically balanced baits. I should have my boat, hopefully. Fingers crossed. It won't be the next time, by the next time I'm here, fingers crossed, I should have my boat. And that'll change it. That'll change a lot. So I can get out to the bars then. The bars, you can't cast the bars. So, I mean, they're out there showing now, but they're too far. You can't cast them. So, that's where we're up to. That spot I found last night, it was a good hard spot. Put bait on it, which I haven't done before. I've just like sprinkled a few boilies about before. I thought I'd try and go a bit more heavier baiting last night, and I put, like I say, I put about 7 to 10 spods out last night. Used up all the last of my stuff that I had. All my tiger, it was all tiger nut really, tiger nut slush and tiger nuts, and no good. So then nothing on the zig either. The zig was beeping all night again. I was getting liners, and the zig can't be liners because the zig one is back-leaded, the other two aren't. The zig's back-leaded, and that beep a few times in the night. A few liners on the other ones in the night, but no fish. So just airing the bivvy out now. Start the slow pack down, get it all aired out before it's supposed to get raining and maybe about 11 o'clock. So we'll get all aired out and all packed down by then. Just gonna make a coffee and then that'll be it. I've probably got another
hour, maybe 2-3 hours tops in the water before they turn up on the boats. You never really know. Sometimes they get out by 8 o'clock, sometimes they're not out until 10:30. So slowly do this, make a coffee, and I'll speak to you all later.
Alright, that's it. It's just gone 10. Everything's packed up. The wakeboarders, water skiers are out. So that's me done. Different plans for next weekend. I don't think I'm going to be on the syndicate next weekend. It's Dill's birthday, so Dill's doing his first overnight. So we're at a different lake next week. And then the Sunday night, Monday night, me and my wife are going to go to a different lake so that I can fish during the day as well. So that's it for the weekend. That's it for the syndicate for a couple of weeks, and hopefully by the time I'm back on the syndicate I will have my boat sorted, and that will be a game changer. So until then, Haynes and Fluffles out.